What's up, everyone? Hello, good evening, happy Tuesday to you all. It is time to almost get back into the regular swing of things. But tonight is a return to Party Chat for the first time since May. I don't know. Did we do it in June? Either way, it's been a while. I'm glad to be back with my awesome co-host. We got King Carl tonight. He's upgraded himself again. How you doing?
I'm good, JoJo.
Don't. All right.
Did you get that reference?
I did not.
It's since you said we get back, I just thought of that Beatles song. Get back, JoJo.
I'm not a fan of the Beatles, so that's why I did not.
Boo.
So, and we got my other usual co-host, Ryan. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm outstanding, and it has been a long time since we've been live. I censored myself. No, was it May? Has it been that long?
Here. Our last Party Chat. June 3rd, so almost May.
Holy shit!
It's good to be back with Party Chat because I love the show. It's what I started my channel with. So good to be back and chatting with you guys. And for those of you who might have seen it, there was a last-minute substitution because the guest that was scheduled unfortunately messaged me last night while I was live saying he had bailed due to a death in the family. So shout out to IJP Mexican. Send thoughts and prayers his way. Obviously, I was like, I'm sorry for you, man. Thoughts and prayers. So hope you're doing well. But we were able to get a last-minute replacement with someone who was here at the debut of my channel, my very first stream ever. And this is the first time back. We got Gino SMRPG. What's up, Gino? How you doing tonight?
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
I got a joke about that. Where Kermit swears, he says the F word. I can't do that, though.
I appreciate it. So good to have you back, Gino.
What in the fucking going on? I had to censor myself, so I screwed the voice up. But anyway, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You did Kermit the Frog.
That was pretty decent.
Thank you.
So, Kermit's pretty chill, especially because he's got a fat wife named Miss Piggy.
Hey, they're married.
Yeah. It ain't easy being green.
So, well, welcome back, Gino. Good to have you back. Why? And we'll have to get you back on for a few other things as well. So, but yeah, for my very first stream ever was me and Gino and DJ Access here. We were talking about Mega Man for a couple hours. So that was a little over 2 years ago since I just had my 2-year stream channel anniversary. Right. It was actually while I was gone was when my anniversary was, but good to be back. And tonight we're talking about some video game stuff as usual. But before we do, as usual, we like to talk about what we've been playing lately. So Gino, what have you been playing lately?
So at least the last couple of weeks, I've been on a really big kick of either I was actually just playing the Mega Man X games again, 1 and 2. I beat those yesterday. I've been really on a big kick of Mega Man Zero recently.
Interesting that you mentioned that because I have something to mention regarding that as well when I get around to me. But Mega Man Zero, I played those a very long time ago, but I'm looking forward to playing them again. Due to dude got me connected with retro achievements about a year ago, so I've been playing a lot of my classic games from back in the day for retro achievements. So those are on the docket of games to play again. So. Are you in the middle of? You said Mega Man 1, I'm assuming, right?
Mostly 3, actually. 3 is probably my favorite. I need to actually this weekend. I'm gonna try and do a 24-hour stream, so I'm gonna try and finish up Mega Man 0. Well, maybe the whole series on stream, but it'll just depend what I end up doing for the time.
Okay, cool.
I don't know how some of you guys do 24-hour streams. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it.
I probably could, but I have not tried yet.
I'm just going to try, and we'll see if I fall asleep while playing a game and start running into a wall.
I don't know. How about this? If I ever hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll do a 24-hour stream and I'll power through. I'll probably have to drink a bunch of caffeine and my heart will explode at the end, but that'll be fun too.
Worth it.
Yeah, it'll be on the internet forever. Be like, streamer dies from too much monster.
Hey, I drank 7 monsters in a day. You'll be fine.
Holy shit. Dude,
wow.
Okay,
I sober to do 24 hours anymore.
When I was in the Army, there was one time I literally, it was my day off the next day. I was U.S. Army Military Police. Well, they used to beat on your door if the schedule was short, right? You know about that. Anyway, literally, I got an hour and a half of sleep. I was one of the only ones that was on a weekend that I had not drank because I hadn't become a drinker yet at the time, and they're beating on my door after an hour and a half of sleep. I drank 4 Red Bulls in a 12-hour shift. What was it? It would be like 3 hours. Every 3 hours, here comes a Red Bull. That's probably not good.
No,
not really. But
Not good to do every day, but once, yeah.
I did it once.
So I played the Mega Man Zero games, not when they were new, but they were still not old yet. As I played all 4 of them, I vaguely remember them, but I recently watched a video about someone recounting their playthrough of all 4 of them, and they were talking about like the transformation that the series went through, and they're like, yeah, 3 is definitely the best one. So looking forward to playing those again. So, and before I move on here, we got a good friend of the channel, Big Dog Jake, saying, like the stream nerds, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Big Dog Jake. Hope you are doing well. Big shout out and props. Happy birthday to you, buddy. Hope you're having a good one. So everyone wish Big Dog Jake a happy birthday because he's an awesome dude.
They say it's your birthday.
I don't know if my applause button works.
Hey, it worked.
Okay. It's small because I bought the small one because it was like literally my channel's still small. So it's like an audience of 10 like going yay.
You need the solo applause, the
slow clap. There's like one guy, like, I make a joke and there's one guy.
Boo, you suck.
Yeah. And the crowd goes wild. Yay.
So,
all right. What about you, Ryan? You been playing anything lately?
I have. Okay, it's been a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, this is going to sound so hypocritical. I swear to God, I'd never play Call of Duty. I started playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 with a friend. Her name, her on her Twitter name is Wild Icy. Anyway, we've been playing zombies. We played only once. We had to delay it, and then of course we were supposed to play again, and then my capture card died. My Elgato HD 60S. So you shut up, R2. What's up, man? I haven't seen you forever, by the way.
What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're feeling better.
No, I have not been playing with myself. So anyway, my Elgato HD 60S, which is like I bought in 2019. The sound just stopped out of nowhere. So I bought a 4K capture card. I did not like the HD 60S is so old it doesn't even actually have a USB 3.0. It has a USB 2.0. So I bought a 4K with a USB 3.0, and I need to set it up, and we should be good for the sound. So her and I playing zombies, and she's really good at it, and I suck. And it's funny because I was
Sounds
actually
about right.
Yeah, I did say duty, fucker.
Oh, duty.
Oh, excellent. Glad to hear that you're feeling better, R2. I saw that
Yeah.
you guys did a after the weekend recently, so that was it was good to see you guys doing that again because it's been a while, or at least I think
It has been a hot minute. He's been having some health problems, and it's good to see him back. He's an incredible person.
Yeah. Good
So
dude.
known him for a couple of years now. I think I know him longer than I know you, Neo. I'm almost guaranteed that.
I think I same here because I became friends with him because of JT Gunn, and that's also why I became friends with you.
Yeah, I think I met him right before 2020. So, and I've known you since like 2021. It's been a long time. Good God.
I'm just learning you guys know the third Gun brother. That's what I'm hearing about today.
Yeah, well,
are you talking about like James Gunn and Sean Gunn, and there's a third brother? I did not know who that
JT
was.
Gunn. There you go.
Oh, I see what you did there.
What about Tommy Gunn from Rocky 5?
We don't talk about that movie.
Wait. What movie is this? I've never heard of this.
A movie
Rocky
that
5.
apparently doesn't exist. I haven't seen it.
Never heard
Best
of this.
Rocky movie that we don't talk about.
Again, I don't know what movie this is. The best Rocky movie, by the way, is number 4.
4 is the best. I agree.
I've only seen the first one, so I don't know.
What the
that? Clubber
You
Lang
need
is
to
the
at least
best
see
one.
3.
Mr. T
What?
is the best opponent.
Go watch 1, watch 2, watch 3, watch 4. Skip that one that doesn't exist, and then watch Rocky Balboa.
I think his best opponent is Thunderlips.
Yeah, it's Mr. T.
No, Thunderlips is Hulk Hogan.
Oh, that's Hulk Hogan. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, Clubber Lang was Mr. T.
I thought Hulk Hogan did a commercial in the Rocky movies with Rocky Balboa.
He did a mock fight before. It was one of the like staged fights.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Before
So
Clever.
wrestling is staged, but it's not fake. He actually beat up Sylvester Stallone a little bit because he's like, hey man, he's like, don't take it easy on me. Like treat me like you would an actual opponent in what you do. So like when he's clubbing him on the back, you have to hit him hard enough to make that thud.
Mm-hmm.
You do it with the palm of you do it with like your forearm, but it hurts still. What's up, Nightmare?
What's up, Nightmare? How's it going? He says he hasn't even seen any Rocky movies, so
Oof.
Well, that's horrible.
go get on him for that. I do plan to watch them eventually. They're just not very high on the priority list since I don't really watch a whole lot.
Some
Then
memorable
again,
lines from the first one.
Does Batman really have time to watch movies?
Yeah, he's got better things to do. So, what's up, Nightmare? Hope you're doing well tonight. So, Carl, what about you guys? You been playing anything lately?
I've just been playing RoboCop Unfinished Business. That's what I've been really playing. I want to say I'm like halfway through it.
Liking it?
It feels like if you play the Spider-Man games, this is like the Miles Morales version of that kind of game.
Okay.
Where it's like a little bit of an in-between story. So far, I like it. It does feel like it's got its ups and downs. That's the best way to say it. Like I've noticed that there's a lot of stuttering and issues that I have that pop up just randomly, but then it'll like run pretty much fine. RoboCop doesn't like to aim down his sights. That's another thing I'm running into. So it's mostly like firing from the hip, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, and then it'll like react a little bit later. But besides that, the story elements are kind of decent. Like they're adding more to the lore of Alex Murphy in this one. That's for sure. Not so much RoboCop himself, but like pre Alex Murphy getting murked. So okay. I do enjoy like that element that they're introducing. But there's also a lot of we're not playing as RoboCop moments, which I don't like either.
Okay.
Yeah, but I say if I play a RoboCop game, I don't want to play as RoboCop.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those like creative decisions where it's like where I'm playing like Spider-Man and like then now I have to play as Mary Jane. I'm like, I don't want to play as Mary Jane. They have like a couple of those moments where they just like slow down the story, I think, just to artificially increase the time. I also got it physically too. So like I would say right now, wait for a sale and buy it digitally. It's not worth the price to pay for it physically. But
yeah, I'll get it when it's on sale, as I usually do. And R2 coming in with the dad joke. Spider-Man games are nothing but ups and downs. He swings up and then swings down. That's where we need that single clap. Thank you for that, R2. I do love a good dad joke.
But besides that, I just been playing the Pokemon games. I'm up to Sun and Moon now, and after I finish RoboCop, I'm going back to the new Donkey Kong game. That's really about all I got. That's all I got going on besides for sporadically playing Rome Total War.
All right. So yeah, I've got RoboCop Rogue City. I've not played it yet, but it is on the pretty high up there on the agenda. So I'll be playing that sometime soon.
I think as well as that for a hot minute.
As well as Taeon's other underrated gem, Terminator Resistance. I'm going to be playing that as well sometime in the probably before the end of the year. So, but as for myself, I've kind of been all over the place. I've been away for a while. While I was gone, I played through the Donkey Kong Country games. I'm going to be doing Donkey Kong 64 very soon. And then I just bought a couple days ago, because I've never played them before. I've got their cases are right up there. I got them physically. Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Played the first couple levels of those just to get a feel for them, and I like them. It'll be a while till I get to Bonanza because I don't have any plans to get a Switch 2 anytime soon. But I started playing Space Marine, the new remaster that came out recently, because my buddy Rozic, who I'm friends with IRL, he's like, dude, you need to play through it quick so we can get to playing Space Marine 2 co-op. So we're going to be working on that here as soon as I finish Space Marine 1. And my current retro game I'm playing through is, shout out to Dude, because he wrote the achievement set, the original Link's Awakening on the original Game Boy. Ooh. So I'm about halfway through that right now. I'm going to play the DX version as well, which I actually have in my Game Boy case right down there. But that will probably be somewhere else down the line. But I'm doing that because I'm going to be doing a bunch of Zelda games for the challenge that Carl and I, Canadian, are doing. Get bonus points for multiple games of franchise, which is why I'm doing the Donkey Kong Country games all back to back as well. And then the modern thing I'm playing is that just came out about a little over a week ago. I say maybe a little bit longer, but I've been playing Tony Hawk 3+4, and I'm loving it because I love the Tony Hawk games. My only complaint so far is the soundtrack is kind of trash. I went into the playlist settings yesterday, and I turned off about half the songs. I'm like, every time the song comes on, I just skip it, and I have to go through like 4 or 5 songs to get to one that I actually like. So I'm not a fan of the soundtrack. There are a few songs in there that are great that are from I never played Tony Hawk 4, but I did have Tony Hawk 3 on GameCube, and some of these songs are, take me back to 20 plus years ago when I got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 on GameCube on launch day, which is awesome. But there's a lot of songs in there I just do not care for. So I don't know if they were in Tony Hawk 4 or whether they just added them for this version, because not all the songs from Tony Hawk 3 are in this version. But when it comes to gameplay, it's just as good and smooth and as good of an upgrade to 3 is, and as the 1+2 remake was, which was fantastic. But like I said, I never played Tony Hawk 4 originally. I do plan to play it at some point, but I haven't played it yet. So I haven't played the way it was originally, because they did make some changes to Tony Hawk 4 in this one to do the 2-minute run like the first 3, whereas originally it was like you skate up to NPCs and get missions. I know that's like the big point of contention for a lot of people, but I haven't played the original one yet. So I've enjoyed it a lot, and I just I finished getting all of the basic goals last night. So now I have to go through all the maps again and do the pro goals, and then I think I unlocked the expert goals. So but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I like it a lot. But one last thing, not thing that I'm playing, but I have a little bit of show and tell today, because shout out to Snap Rai, because he is in town and we hung out today. We went out to lunch, and he because his parents live like 20 minutes from me. He's like, "Hey, Neo, I'm going to be in town. You want to hang out?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So he's like, "Hey, I want to go check out a couple of retro game stores that I used to go to when I lived in the area." So I was like, "All right, let's go." So we went to a couple of retro game stores. I picked up a couple things. So one of them, as Gino just mentioned, I got my physical copy of Mega Man X.
There you go.
Cool.
Only $30, so not bad. So
Nice.
now I need to get Mega Man X2, because I've got X3. It's right there in my Super Nintendo, because that's my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time. And I found out that is not only my most valuable item in my small physical collection, because I don't have a whole lot of physical games, but it had a very short or very low print. Like, they didn't print a lot of cartridges, so it's out of the Mega Man X games, it's easily the most valuable one. But I did see a copy of Mega Man X2 today, and it was like $130. So once I start having some regular income, I'm going to start building my physical collection again. But I was like, I can't pass up Mega Man X. Fortunately, there's a lot of these, which is why the price is not very, very high. So I got Mega Man X, which I never actually owned the physical one before, but now I own it physically. The other one, my number one game I want to get physically is Super Metroid, because Metroid's my second favorite franchise of all time. But we went to 2 places today, and Super Metroid for both places was $90. I'm like, I can't justify that at this point in time. So got that. I got the Tony Hawk on Game Boy Color for $5. And then the coup de grace here, the game complete in-box sealed copy of Anthem.
There you go.
For $7. So this is staying in box, because I'm wondering if this pulls a Concord once the server shut down in January, maybe the value will go up. So I got it for $7. So I was like, I'll hold on to it.
That is hysterical, by the way.
I got the steel book for Anthem.
So, but yeah, Carl and I are going to be starting that. The plan is tomorrow. We're probably not going to stream it. Maybe off and on. We'll see. But we're planning on getting 100% on that before the server shut down in January.
Yeah.
So that's my little bit of show and tell and what I've been playing lately. So Nightmare says, I only played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and I use the cheat just to play Spider-Man. That makes a lot of sense, because I know everyone loves Spider-Man, and I know how much of a fan you are of Marvel. Tony Hawk was so much fun, made me believe a man could fly. Yeah, I love the Tony Hawk game. So,
yeah, such a fan of Marvel, he makes his rip-off Batman avatar.
R2's kids love Mega Man. He'd be drooling over Mega Man X. Yeah, it's a great game, and yeah, X3 is my favorite, but I love all 3 of the Mega Man X games on Super Nintendo. What was that, Ryan?
Isn't there a Spider-Man 2 extended cut coming to theaters soon?
With
Tobey Maguire?
I might know about that.
I think there is. I think I saw
never
tickets.
heard about that. but that would be interesting to hear. Actually,
I'll
Tobey Maguire is still my favorite Spider-Man.
Mine too. I grew up with him. Yeah, Andrew Garfield is definitely second because his portrayal is incredible. What happened in No Way Home was by far probably one of the best moments ever in Spider-Man history.
Yeah.
So getting his redemption, I mean, I'll tell you what, that's good stuff.
yeah, I guess you're right, Ryan.
I know I was right. That's why I said it.
I had to double check because you weren't even fully committed to it. You're like, I don't know, guys.
Spider-Man 2.1.
Yeah,
I saw it in
Ryan, Spider-Man 2.1.
You know, sometimes I browse Twitter before I go to bed at 8:30 at night because I got to go 3:45, and so sometimes I'm like, and then the next day you're like, did I actually see that? Or is I literally think I saw it like a day or two ago.
So. Yeah, because I just saw that they're all coming back to theaters, I guess, so that makes sense. I've never seen Spider-Man 2. That's the only one I've never seen.
You never even
the second one was pretty good.
Wow. Most people, that's like the best. By most people's standards, Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie.
It is the best Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've seen Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 3. Never saw Spider-Man 2.
Interesting.
Why did your parents hate you?
My parents didn't take me to go see it.
Like
I just saw the first one. I think I saw.
Why do your parents hate fun?
My parents were poor. That's why they didn't take me, probably. The reason I saw Spider-Man 3 was because my friends were like, we're going to go to the theater. And I'm like, sure, why not? I don't care.
So, all right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and get into the topics for tonight. So, as usual, I always offer our guests the option to suggest a topic. And Gino wanted to talk about what game impacted you emotionally the most. So, Gino, what game would that be for you?
So, I actually have two. The first one being Kingdom Hearts 358 in 2 days on the DS.
Oh, okay.
It's just as you're progressing through the story, you just build these relationships between Roxas, Xion, and Axel. And by the end, do you guys care about spoilers? I don't know.
No, I don't. I will never play any of the Kingdom Hearts games. So
at the end, you have to fight Xion, who's trying to do something, and it's just like this super dramatic moment after you beat her where she starts dematerializing in your hands, and you're not really fully with her. You're like, what's going on? No, don't leave me. And I'm just like, I was like on the verge of crying during that. I'm like, no.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark moment.
Yeah, it was almost exactly like that. I'm just like, oh my God. And then Roxas goes on like an angry, frustrated at the organization rampage after that, and I'm just like, oh my God.
So because the numbering convention of Kingdom Hearts games are the most convoluted I've ever seen of any franchise.
Yes, it is.
The one that you're talking about, which console was that on first?
DS.
That's a DS game. Okay.
And then when it came to the Final Mix 2, they have it on there, but it's only the cutscenes explaining like what happens at the end of each day, where each day is you and your team going on missions to help the organization collect hearts to create Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts is all over the place. It's a mobile game on PSP, DS, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3.
That stupid mobile game.
The mobile game.
I paid $20 to get it on the DS, and it was dumb.
It's all over the road. It's your drunk uncle of JRPGs.
Also, whenever I think of literally mobile games from an actual franchise, I think of the Bethesda thing, but all right, no Blizzard thing. Like, what? You guys don't have cell phones?
Carl's very familiar with that.
I was there.
You were
That's my
actually
bachelor
there.
party.
No.
Oh my God.
He was in the room.
I'd have to hear that story.
I've
one
said
day.
it plenty of times, but yeah, I could share it again later.
So, okay. So a very emotional moment in one of those Kingdom Hearts games that's named is so convoluted I can't remember the name of the game.
Yeah. I still don't understand why they named it that.
Listen, Kingdom Hearts is a social construct. It just is very all over the place. All right.
So, all right. And what was your other one?
So it was whenever I started streaming, and I streamed Mario RPG, and I don't know what it was, but once the credits hit and I was going through the end sequence, until I started talking, I almost cried on stream watching that. And I'm not sure if it was just like the emotional, like I finally beat this in front of people sort of thing, or like what, but I like started to cry and I'm like, no, not today.
And was this the original SNES version or the remake?
The SNES version.
Okay. So, and was it just because, was it anything like actually like in the game, or was it more so just like the emotion from playing like one of your favorite games for maybe like the first time in a very long time? Or I'm assuming so, but maybe you played every
the latter, definitely. I was just like, but I don't know where it came from because I've never like gotten emotional at that part, and I'm just like, it's so beautiful.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I don't remember if it was a game or a movie, but there was something I watched or played recently where I was getting a little choked up, and I was like, kind of surprised that I was. But now I think when we last were on, was the Super Mario RPG remake, was that out yet?
Not yet. That came out in 24.
Okay.
Or like maybe it was November of that year, 23.
Yeah, I was like, I swear it came out like a couple months after my.
And I was gonna stream it when it came out, and then I got sick, and I'm like, fuck.
But you, correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I have talked to you since, just not on stream. Mm-hmm. You are a big fan of the remake as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I got all 100 super jumps on the remake, but I cannot do.
I remember that.
I need to get a physical cart of the original because I can't do it on emulation.
Oh, interesting. So, all right. So you got Kingdom Hearts and Super Mario RPG. Nice. Yeah, I did play a good chunk of that of Mario RPG on the SNES back in the day, but it was because I like borrowed someone else's or played at their house. That was probably the first turn-based game I probably ever played, and the last one for a very long time. So, all right. Ryan, what about you? Do you got a game that impacted you emotionally?
Yeah, everybody's gonna be like going, gee whiz, no surprise. It was because the story of Knights of the Old Republic was so riveting. You were you were the bad guy, initially, then you became the good guy, and then of course canonically it was, Bastila and you fall in love with each other, and then she becomes the bad guy, and then you gotta try to save her life, and it was just like it's like, all right, can we like get a hold on now? Like, and then of course, like even maybe just the franchise in general, because then later on, like, your character Revan disappears. You don't play as him in the second game, and there's very spotty information, and then you meet Karth and Bastila at the end of the second game, and you find out that it's like, I think through like later on, like, they have children, and then of course, like, he never comes back from the book, and it's just like, well, like, come on, man. It's like, so it's a really, really good it's an incredible story that rivals the original trilogy, and they even said it from the very first get-go of the first video game. So it's yeah, that's where I got to go with that one.
Yeah, I remember. So I was like, right before that big reveal, midway through the game, I was like, I was like, are they? And then I'm like, no. And they did. I'm like, oh my god! I was like blown away. So that's definitely up there in my top plot twists of all time.
Yeah, probably one of the best video game twists of all time.
That one, and my other top plot twist was BioShock. That was a good one.
BioShock was a really good one too.
Would you kindly?
Yeah.
Would you kindly, please?
Yeah, would you kindly?
So, yeah, the first one is the only one I've ever actually played, but I did pick up the remastered collection. I don't remember who's prompting, but someone's like, you really should. So I'll be playing through 1 again, and then 2 and 3 for the first time at some point.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I've had it for a while now. The third video game, if you've never seen footage of it or ever played it, you're in for a very, very big surprise. It's not pulling any punches for, let's just say, modern politics.
Okay. I do know some of the plot points, so some of it will be spoiled, but I don't think all of it is spoiled for me.
Yeah, not all of it won't be spoiled, but just a very, very interesting world. I'm gonna say that.
So. All right. As for myself, I kind of have two. Oh, let me scroll up. I'm like, what? That's not the one we're on right now. My two. So I talked about this on a party chat early last year. We weren't talking about this topic exactly, but it was a very similar topic. But when you talk about games that impacted you emotionally the most, the first thing that always comes to mind are the Walking Dead Telltale games. So usually people mention the end of season 1, which was very heart-wrenching. But the end of season 2, for me, was even more heart-wrenching. So both of them, but for me, I say season 2 at the end really tugged at my heartstrings a lot. So that's the first one that came to mind. And I don't want to spoil it because I definitely recommend them. They are great story-based games.
Because I've had on my list too. One day, maybe when I'm 78.
They're not, it's basically a pick-your-own-adventure movie sort of thing. So it's not like there's a whole lot of gameplay in them. So they're very easy to play.
Walking
and
sims.
They're not terribly long. I wouldn't even call it a walking sim because you're not really typically you're not even in control of your character. It's more of a point and click where you have some dialogue options. So there's very minimal gameplay, but the story in them are quite good. But yeah, they both
sounds.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, never mind. I was just gonna sounds like playing part of Dustborn because there's a lot of dialogue and not a lot of doing.
I've not played it, so I can't say. But yeah, they're very minimal on the gameplay. The Telltale games exist. Well, all the modern Telltale games exist as a choose your own adventure sort of story. They're built on their narrative, not their gameplay. So those are quite touching. And then the other one is another one I don't want to spoil, but I think I have to. And it is from Mass Effect 3. And it's when I was committed. This was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in a video game. Not difficulty wise, but choice wise. Because on all the Mass Effects, the first time I play through, I do I pick whatever choice I feel is right in the moment, whether it's Paragon or Renegade. Then the second playthrough, I do a dedicated Paragon playthrough. No matter what, I'm picking all the Paragon options. And then the third playthrough, I'm doing the opposite. I'm picking all Renegade no matter what. So Mass Effect 3, doing the dedicated Renegade playthrough was very, very difficult because I just felt like the most evil, heartless bastard in the galaxy. And I'll just say what the point I'm talking about specifically has to do with Tuchanka and Morden Solis. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in video games. And that one really tugged at me a lot because I didn't want to do it with all my might, but I'm dedicated to doing this the bad guy way, so I must do it.
I can't do it. Ever since the first Knights of the Old Republic, I can't do it. I'll do mostly light side or Paragon, a little bit of Renegade sprinkled in. If it gets where I need to go, I guess kind of a little bit the ends justify the means, but I can't pick on the pixelated characters. I can't do it.
Time with it too.
I don't know. I just sound so girly by the way.
Right there with you.
It's oh.
So I played Knights of the Old Republic once, 20 plus years ago. And I'm going to be playing it again, and I'll be playing KOTOR 2 for the very first time at some point. And the first time I did KOTOR, I did a light side. So next time I play KOTOR, I'm going to do dark side no matter what. So it might be very difficult for me to do that one as well.
It's tough.
It sucks.
It's tough.
I've seen the decisions some people make, and it's just from the very first one, there's an Ithorian or whatever that you can help or whatever, and I couldn't do it then. The Ithorian is kind of like the elephant face, long face guy. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I got through my first playthrough of KOTOR as all evil until the very last decision. I'm like, I fucking can't. I can't now. And then I lost all my good gear because it was all dark side stuff. I'm like, no.
Oh, you guys are rookies if you can't be evil in this game, man. We're having fun.
It's because I have a soul.
Yeah,
sir.
I have a soul too. And me and my friends still are we're going to call our character Adolf Hitler.
Ugly.
We're going to go through the galaxy. And we're going to massacre everyone. The end boss fight is such a joke when you're evil.
Neo had to remind me not to swear on here, but here Carl's going off about Adolf Hitler. And
the greatest threat to the galaxy in Star Wars, going around, messing everyone up. The final boss fight was a joke. When you're evil, you suck everyone's souls up, and then you just whoop him like the post that he is.
Yeah, that boss fight took me a while because I didn't realize you could attack the human tanks. So I just started shocking all of them after I realized that.
Human tanks? You mean your fuel for your vengeance? That's what I called them at the end.
That is one thing that I always did, and I will forever always do. Force Storm is incredible. Well, by the end of the game, when you just like nail like 5 guys, and they just
nail 5 guys. Huh?
There you go.
Burgers and fries.
You know what? I will start swearing on this
Force
show.
Storm had a different
swear
meaning
to
for
God.
my evil Jedi playthrough. That's what I said.
Evil. Along those lines about like going all committed like one way except for like the final choice. Not quite to that extreme, but on my the last time I played Fallout 3, I was like, I started out evil and I nuked Megaton, but then I did everything good after that, and I ended up at the end of the game with good karma, even though I nuked Megaton.
Yeah, it works out. They had it coming.
But it worked out perfectly because it worked out perfectly
I mean,
because there's an achievement for beating the game as each of the 3 alignments: good karma, bad karma, and neutral karma. And neutral karma is the hardest one to get. And it turned out literally perfect because I had one choice. I was literally one choice away from going to good, and so I beat it. And I got the neutral ending, and then I reloaded my save, and I did the good choice on before it, and then I finished the game again, and then I got the achievement for the good karma ending. So I did like a knockout 2 with one playthrough.
Yeah, all I know is that it is fun to play as the renegade and evil options in the BioWare games, especially Mass Effect leads to so many moments of hilarity. Especially back in the day, they had this website called pimpmyshepherd.com where you could get like actual people's face designs for their shepherds and put the code in at the bottom. So I was playing
like imported into your game, right?
Yeah, so like
yes.
if somebody like made like a Michael Jackson one and you could play as Michael Jackson and stuff like that. But for me, I had like I got the Abraham Lincoln face on my shepherd, and I was just being like racist spaced Abraham Lincoln just going around.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it was great.
So, all right. Hey, what's up? Snap Rai is in chat. What's up? We hung out today and had a great time. So good to see you, Snap. Hope you're doing well. Had a great time hanging out with you today and starting my retro game collecting future addiction. So maybe I'll catch
we're going
up
to that
Carl
convention next year. Don't worry about that.
That'd be awesome. So
I have to ask, does anybody know what is with the crowns in the chat?
Oh, it's something that YouTube introduced where you get XP for chatting and like super chatting, and it's like a leaderboard for a stream.
I believe it's a gang sign for the kings.
Yeah.
The Latin kings. There you go.
Who cares?
I actually can't even see it in restream, but yet you can see it on YouTube. So do I have that on my stream?
Yeah, I think everyone does.
Yeah, I can see it literally.
Cool.
It's like that episode. It's like that jump cut in Family Guy where it's like, why do you act like you're better than me? And they're all just in like this nasty
first place, second place.
What? You think you're better than me? So,
I just don't get it, but okay, sure.
It's pointless.
Thanks,
internet
YouTube.
points for a stream. So
it's like a participation
Exactly.
trophy.
It's a YouTube participation.
Oh,
trophy.
that's freaking gay. Oh my god.
It's hey.
YouTube, you suck.
So, and Snap says you should show your pickups. At the beginning, when we were going around talking about what we've been playing, I did go and show my pickups. So I did go pull them up.
Yeah, Neo spent $60. That must have been soul crushing to him after
$40. But yes, it was.
He did. He showed it, and then he's like, Snap's not here. He's like, so my soul hurts, and he's gonna
like $30 for a video game. Oh no!
I normally get 3 for that price.
And then you got pressured by Snap. He's like, "Just do it," and he slaps you on the back of the head. You're like, "Fine."
But no, once I have some more income, I'm definitely I will not be quite so stingy. So, all right, Carl, what about you? What game impacted you emotionally the most?
What game impacted me emotionally the most? Like a lot of the games that you said, you and I kind of have a similar aspect to that. Persona 3, I would say, really impacted me very emotionally. First played it basically the year before I got married. You know, I was going through a lot of big changes in my life, and the big theme about that game is kind of like fighting destiny and accepting, you know, eventual like death and everything else like that.
Oh, not the streamer. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, not the streamer. But yeah,
to fight him.
That was like the one game that I remember having a lot of panic attacks with, and just like thinking about that because I was so stressed
wow.
from getting married and getting a house and just like adjusting to like life, not living at home with my parents and have everything on your own and paying bills and a wedding. Like I was getting such bad migraines too because of all the stress that it
I've
didn't
had
help.
panic attacks from my time in the military. I don't know if I want to. You're making me not want to get married and have kids and shit now.
This was
Like, damn,
different
man.
though. This is like everything was like new at once. It's like I'm getting married. I bought a new house, and then I had to pay for a wedding and do all that stuff. So it's just like I had to like I didn't have time to adjust. We got our house in April, and then we got married in October. So it was just like a sprint, you know.
Okay.
But one
Yeah.
one
I think I
other-
mentioned the that topic to Snap today while we were hanging out, and he mentioned a Persona game. So I think it might have been Persona 3. So he might be right there with you.
Yeah, that was the one because I really like the themes of it. I played the other Persona games, and I feel like that one just resonates the most with me. But I also had like a similar thing, not like a similar panic attack thing, but this new game Alters that came out recently.
I've been meaning to ask you about that because Go ahead.
So I started playing a little bit of it. I'm not that far into it, but like basically like the concept of this game is that you're a guy on a failed mission to this planet, and the only way you can survive is by making clones. And the clones in the game cannot be like one-for-one recreations of the guy. So they have a machine. This is all early in the game, so it's not super spoilery. So what happens is when he makes a clone, it goes through like his life story, and then it'll alter a point in his life where it like splits off, and like they'll do different tasks and jobs and stuff like that. So that's the long and short of it. But there's one part of his character where his mom dies relatively young, and he kind of like does a bunch of life choices to that. And there's like a scene where like him and like the altar that he create are like sitting down talking about like making pierogies with his mom and stuff like that. And it just like really hit me really hard recently just because of all the stuff I've been going through with my mom's cancer and everything, and I was kind of getting a little emotional. So I feel like the more I will get back when I finally get back to play more Alters, I feel like the more that game is going to probably stick around a lot more.
Okay, well, good answer. Yeah, I've had my eye on that since it was first announced. I'm interested in it, but I haven't been interested enough to commit to it. But since you played it, I'll need to talk to you about it more, and maybe you can convince me.
It's on Game Pass, man. Just give it a try. It's very interesting. I would say like this is what the what I would like Death Stranding to have been, because it feels not as pretentious, but it kind of feels like that very slow-paced, methodical survival kind of game versus whatever the heck Kojima came up with.
Okay. Yeah, I do need to. I still haven't even looked into a lot of it. I just thought the premise was interesting, so I'll need to look into some more of it. Maybe I'll end up playing it.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Like I said, I got probably like a few hours into it, and then other stuff came out. But yeah, I picked it up physically, so that's how much I believe in it.
Okay, cool. All right, that was a great first topic. So we'll move on to our next topic for the day. And I showed it on stream here, and I actually think I just thought of this topic just a couple days ago. And so, like I mentioned earlier, Carl and I are planning on completing Anthem before it shuts down in January. So I thought, you know what? Games shut down here and there. So I'm curious for you guys if there are any games where if the online, it doesn't have to necessarily be an online only game, but if like an online component of a game got shut down, if it got shut down like tomorrow, which one would impact you the most and you'd be the most disappointed by? So that was all inspired by Anthem shutting down. So for me, it's probably no surprise that if this shouldn't happen, but everyone knows Mass Effect 3 is like my favorite game of all time, and I play the multiplayer a lot. We shouldn't have to worry about that happening since Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. I often get this on my Mass Effect Mondays is like, hey, this game is still live. It's peer-to-peer, not dedicated servers, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. But you do have to connect to EA servers to launch the game. So it could potentially go down at some point, and if it ever did, I would be very, very, very sad about that. Fortunately, I've gotten like thousands of hours out of it, so I do have that, but I would be very disappointed because I still love playing that game all the freaking time. So that's my number one answer. I do have one more, but I'll kind of let you guys go around the horn here if you got any other games that you'd be disappointed if the online portions shut down tomorrow. Ryan, is it Fortnite?
No, it's not. It's not Fortnite. I mean, look, I've enjoyed playing some Fortnite, okay, and I just started playing. I guess technically it's kind of multiplayer or peer to peer, whatever. With the zombies, Call of Duty 6. With Icy, her and I started playing that. We should be playing that tomorrow because, like I said, I got under capture cards, stuff like that, and hopefully there's sound. I haven't fully set it up, so we'll see. Sometimes you buy crap from the internet. Anyway, this is going to be weird. They're both very old. Star Wars: The Old Republic, because I never fully got a chance to really dive into it, because when it first launched, it was very I need to play with other people.
That's why I fell off, is because
no offense,
not playing with other people.
Yeah, no offense. I don't.
Oh, you're the opposite.
Now Fallout.
That's right. You are the opposite.
Yes,
I enjoy playing that game solo, but I enjoy playing with others.
I don't want to play with other people, and I know that sounds like, well, it sounds weird, by the way. And the other one would probably be what is it? Dungeons and Dragons Online. That is still active, by the way.
Not that long ago.
It's on Steam. Yeah, it's still active, and you can still play it. And I haven't really even dove into that. I started playing that when it came out, and then of course I think that was towards the end of my military career when I was really playing a lot of online games. Started with Star Wars Galaxies. Had a friend who kind of introduced me to D&D, and then of course it online came as a game. So never really got into that. But probably the big one, and the one that is really massively front and center, is going to be Fallout 76. Again, yeah, it is absolutely my favorite. I love Fallout 1000%. I mean, I love Star Wars and I love D&D as well, but I've invested a lot into Fallout 76. I helped beta test it on the PlayStation 4. And so it's one of those things that if it were to stop tomorrow, it's a very different game. I liked the solo thing. I really did. I liked the dead world. It was different. It wasn't like every other Fallout game. It felt very desolate and very kind of hopeless. And that's why I kind of liked it, because you were like you were the only hope, in a sense. And if you didn't want to see another player, then you could pretend you didn't see this dude run by, right? You'd be like, oh, there's a dude, whatever. So Fallout 76 is number one, and I'd probably say D&D. And what do you?
I just think of you now. It's like, I just like everything desolate and depressing, and another light. That's what it sounds like.
I like.
It did sound like that, but that's not.
I like that because it's like the opposite of who I am. Like, I'm kind of a hopeful kind of guy. And
as he listens to Linkin Park and he cuts himself like a teenage girl.
Hey,
I listened to Linkin Park in high school. Jerk. I was going to call you the itch word, and then I was going to go with Ucker. But
Did you wear those like really tight pants too in high school with the flippy hair?
I never wore the parachute pants. Never. There's.
He's not that much older than me.
Dude, when I was in high school,
he was a Jinko's jeans. That's what he was.
Really?
That's his generation.
Okay, Jinko's was huge. And I not just meaning the pants, by the way. I did have a pair of Jinko's, but they were the slimmer version. So they were baggy, but they weren't like crazy, right? That looked like you could swim, through an ocean with them. I was a big fan of the Levi's, they're kind of like baggy version of Levi's that was not that was. Anyway,
that's our.
We went on a weird tangent here about.
We need someone to like.
What the hell was that?
Ryan a thing. That's what we gotta do.
I don't think we need to make emo Ryan.
Photoshop Ryan as an emo.
Put Ryan's face
if you do, I don't know why.
Shoot. What's
up, Tom?
Band? Oh, Rojak, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's up, Tom?
I haven't seen Tom forever. How you doing, buddy? Still got G
Hawthorne
codes.
Heights.
I
That's what I was
probably
thinking
still
of.
have
Put
that.
Ryan's face on
okay.
Hawthorne Heights.
I probably still have that. I don't,
It was
I
an
don't know
emo
what
band.
Hawthorne Heights is. Oh, was it?
Ryan's
Okay.
more like a Fred Durst now. That's
I have
what
no
his
idea.
generation was.
Hey, let's not Panic at the Disco
I
here.
don't,
Ah.
dude. On my days off, I wear wear either like athletic pants that are probably from like the 2000s style, right? You know, still kind of like just straight legged, but a little loose in the leg. I wear basketball
That's what I'm
shorts
wearing right now.
or I wear cargo short. Yeah, well, I'm literally wearing
I'm not
basketball
surprised
shorts
you
right now,
wouldn't wear
or
cargo
shorts.
shorts. That actually that
I love
feels like
cargo
right up
shorts.
your alley. Like you do look like you would go to a Jimmy
It is
Buffett
right up my
tribute
alley. That's
band.
why I
That's what
said
it
it.
feels like you would go to.
Okay, cargo shorts were very, very, very
Yes,
practical
thank you.
in the 90s
I
and
got so
2000s.
much crap for my cargo shorts for so long.
And they were stylish.
I don't care. I like them.
And they were stylish.
It makes the trip to Margaritaville more tolerable. I know.
So growing up in Colorado, I leaned more towards like loose fitting jeans, not like, you know, over the top, like weird jeans. But then when I moved to Florida, like I had all these jeans and I'd wear them out on maybe like if my friends and I were going out, right? You know, still kind of similar jeans, loose fitting ish. But I mean, I'm living in Florida. You merge to like stuff that's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's hot, it's sweaty, and you get the swamp ass. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. You get swamp ass.
So,
Like,
all right, back on
Tom
topic.
knows.
Carl, what about you? What game shut down would you be most bummed about?
See, this is a hard one for me because I don't really play that many online multiplayer games.
It doesn't necessarily have to be an online game. It could just it's some game that has like a multiplayer aspect. Maybe it's like online leaderboards. So it's like single player with integration with, you know, other people. So it doesn't have to just be multiplayer.
See, that even still, that it's like really hard for me to think about like what would that affect me because there's not too many. I mean, in just general, if like the internet just like say for example, like the stores just keep shutting down and we lose access to a lot of my digital media, I feel like that is more my dilemma than anything else.
100%.
Because like I said, a lot of my like we're Xbox owners, you know, you and me, Neo, so we have to worry about a little bit of like what does the future hold for this always online DRM stuff and everything too, and with like the discs just basically being glorified activation keys, like that stuff does worry me so much.
Basically why I've stopped buying physical discs for modern consoles because they're pointless.
Yeah, I still buy them because I could still let my friend borrow it and play a game a lot easier that way too. But there's also like the factor now, like with Game Pass, for example, that like a lot of my games are still sealed because I'll just go play it on Game Pass and just buy it for my collection and have it there physically.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna like give like an actual answer, I would say probably like Monster Hunter. If Monster Hunter just like closed down their online servers and everything kind of like had an issue where I couldn't like SOS or do anything like that, that I could see that being an annoyance. It wouldn't be
you
like
can
a full
still play that game entirely solo, right?
Yeah, you can.
It's just more fun with friends.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun with friends. That's for sure. So like that's
okay.
That
would
was
be
a
my
shock.
Good evening, good sir. Okay, that's a good one. So Tom says Xbox won't exist after this generation. They will definitely exist for at least one more generation, but after that, I don't know. We'll see. But all right, and Gino, what about you? Do you have any games with an online portion of some kind that getting shut down would be a big bummer to you?
So my first answer was actually Helldivers 2 because I've been getting back into that more recently, and they actually added where you can level up your primary weapons now. And
yeah, I haven't played it in a while, but sorry, yeah, go ahead.
But you can unlock different customizations, and you can finally have a use for your forgetting
samples.
It's the R, not the super credits.
Super credits.
The other one.
The super credits and the samples are the main currencies of the game.
There's the requisition slips.
Oh,
so you can use that after you've leveled up a weapon to buy more enhancements on the weapon.
Yeah, I played it a while back. I haven't played it in a while, but now that it's coming to Xbox, I'm going to rebuy it on Xbox. Unfortunately, there's no cross progression, so I won't be able to carry my progress over. I'll start from the beginning, but I'm just glad I'll be able to play it on Xbox, and I'll probably play through it in its entirety. But that's a good one. It's a fun one.
Yeah, I was sad because like as I first thought of Helldivers 2, and then I was sitting here as you and Ryan were talking. I'm like, Monster Hunter would be a terrible one to lose multiplayer, and then as soon as Carl said, I'm like, son of a bitch, you read my mind.
Great minds think alike.
Carl's kind of like that because he has the soul of a bitch.
No, I have a soul of a gypsy. That's even worse.
I've been replaying Monster Hunter recently, but there haven't been a lot of newer updates. So I'm like, what do I do?
Which Monster
now?
Hunter have you been playing?
The newest one.
Wilds.
I think it's Wilds, but I can't keep which one is which straight.
I basically got one of the better armors, and then I'm just like, okay, what do I do? And I just was running around beating up things, and I'm like, cool. But now I have nothing to enhance more, so I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
I heard Monster Hunter is a lot of fun. I've never played it.
Hell yeah.
If you have a good,
I'll help you.
Yeah,
I'm on PC, so I can help you.
If you have a
good group of people, sometimes playing solo it can be a little monotonous, but if you have a good group where you're just like BSing the entire time and just like, haha, look at the stupid thing I can do to the monster.
No, that's me. That's what I do. So, that'd be me. So like I'll
hold on to the monster.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Maybe
Carl's always trying to recruit more people.
I'd be the one.
Of, Monster Hunter because he loves it.
I will train anyone. You will get a better. I'd be the one guy that I got, which my friends were just like, "Have fun,
go figure it out yourself."
That's basically my friends.
What? Can you get it on Steam?
I think it always goes on sale a lot.
I think it's on pretty much everything except for maybe
it's
Switch.
On everything and it's cross-platform as well.
Well, I mean, R2 just recommended Tony Hawk, which I've never played even as a kid. So I found Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on Steam. So I'll add Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Wilds is crossplay, so you can play with anyone on anything. But World and Rise, those are locked.
Those are the previous ones.
Yeah, and I recommend starting with one of those other ones too, if you want to kind of learn the ropes easier and then move on to something else.
That's fair.
Because World and Rise go on sale also steeply a lot.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm that one guy that like if I have to equate this to Fallout 76, I'm in my my all blacked out what is it? Mining power armor or whatever, like with the miner. Anyway, and I the 50 cal at my hip, and of course, I show up and the big, a queen. It's been so long. I'm just like, and I'm like level 70 something. There's like level 200, like level 500, and it's like they're kind of looking at me like going, "You do, you dude," and I'm like shooting her in the face. It's like. And they're like going, you know what? I like his spirit, but whatever.
If you ever want to go back and play Fallout 76, I'll join you. I've been wanting to play that. It's just I need a guide, like consider me like Ray Charles.
We can play. Yeah, I'll send you my gamer tag. We can play. I love Fallout 76.
I heard it's really fun.
All right.
It is it's a lot more fun now, and quite frankly, eventually I might rib Neo into doing it too. I'm gonna pull a Monster Hunter and be like, "Oh, dude, you need to play it. You need to play it." Like,
there you go, Neo. After we finish Anthem, we'll go right to Fallout 76. There you go.
All right. Well, Ryan's got another recruit to Fallout then. So Shock says, "Rip to Gotham City Imposters, the most balanced game of all time." I know of that game, but I never played it, so I don't know if he's being sarcastic or serious when he says most balanced game of all time, but I know that it was pretty popular. And he also loves Tony Hawk, but Skate changed it. I never got into the Skate games, but I do love the Tony Hawk games. So
Skate was really fun.
The worst day of Shaka Zulu's life was when Club Penguin closed down. Let's be honest.
Wasn't that everyone's worst nightmare?
I didn't even know. I'd never even heard of it till I heard that it was shutting down.
I just saw the memes.
What?
It was like an online social.
It was like
web-based game where you just kind of go online and hang out with friends. I don't really. Is that accurate at all?
Basically, it was a Flash version of like a Hangout. I think.
I just remember the memes.
Hold on. So it's a modern. It's a modern day AOL chat room.
It got shut down a few years ago.
It was a chat room, but you were all penguins and you could do little things on the island. I think it was.
One second. Hey, babe. What was Club Penguin? Didn't she play that? Yeah, she did play it. I knew it.
But anyways, I got one more. If this one had an announcement like, hey, we're shutting it down in a few months, that would be fine. But if it's like, hey, we're shutting it down tomorrow, I'd be screwed because I still have one achievement left to get. And if they got shut down, I wouldn't be able to get it because it requires 6 people. And that is Destiny 1. I still have one achievement left for beating the final raid from the final DLC, the Wrath of the Machine raid. I still need to beat that on the heroic difficulty. I've beaten it on normal, but I haven't beaten it on heroic. So I still need to get that one achievement. So if it got shut down tomorrow, I'd be screwed and I'd be very pissed because I still need to get that one achievement left. But after I got that achievement, if it shut down, I'd be fine.
So you need 6 people. I don't know what
look at Ryan's Earthshock's message to you, Ryan.
I told you that in private, Carl.
Damn.
That's what got that reaction out of me.
Oh, it was Phil. I did not know that.
Oh, right. Bill Cosby hunting
Carl's
grounds?
talking about Zeke Heil. Shock's talking about the.
All right.
The
Ryan, what was it you were about to say before we got derailed by Shock?
The Destiny thing. I mean, I might know somebody who loves Destiny. I think we all kind of know her.
She was my
Hijabby
second
gamer.
or third guest.
She would probably play Destiny.
I messaged her a couple times.
I mean,
after she was on Party Chat, I never heard back from her.
Yeah,
again.
she's really bad at DMs. She's really bad at DMs.
Yeah, I want to get a group together and get that last achievement knocked out at some point. So.
Is it Destiny 1 or 2?
Just under anything.
Okay, never mind. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah. She doesn't really care for 2. She plays it, but she didn't care. Just under anything she does. Just say, hey, I'm putting together for group get together for Destiny 1. We should play. She probably DM you immediately. Yeah. So
if it gets announced that it's shutting down, I will absolutely do that. But as long as I know it's still online, it'll be on the back burner until there's a fire lit under my butt to get it done. So, all right. Let's see here. Moving on to our next topic. So, next topic on the agenda is I thought this was a fun one. And this is shout out to Ryan here. This topic came from him on a recent episode of Top 5. When we're talking about Top 5 handheld games, he inspired this question. And that is because somehow on that episode of Top 5, we got on the topic of Pokemon Go. And so it spawned the question of, what's a franchise you would like to see turned into an ARG, augmented reality game, i.e. Pokemon Go? So I was actually doing some searching to see what are some of the other Pokemon Go-like games out there, and I didn't realize there were as many as there are. Mm-hmm. So one of them, if Carl doesn't know it exists, I'm curious what he would think about it.
The Monster Hunter one? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I didn't know that existed until yesterday.
I didn't know that, yeah.
So maybe you'll talk about that. But yes, the question is, what is a game that you would like to see have adapted into a Pokemon-like, going around the world and finding items in the game and, actually have to go to these places to play it? So, Ryan, this was your question. So do you have an answer for this one?
Okay, so we already have one that's called Jurassic World Alive, and that's where I've never played Pokemon Go, but I played Jurassic World Alive, and as soon as I found out dinosaurs and I was like, okay, I'm in. So that's the real world one that I have played.
The one that doesn't exist yet, what would you like?
Yeah, if one that doesn't exist, you know what? I don't know. Disney would have to be in charge of that.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Maybe a Bethesda one that does Fallout, to where you kind of do something similar. You'll go to places, you have your character, you'll have like maybe a set of fighters, kind of similar to what is it? The Vault game,
Shelter
Vault game. I haven't played it.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter.
That game is great. I love Fallout Shelter. It's so addicting.
Yeah, a lot of people love it.
It looks like a fun one, but I haven't given a shot myself.
You should play it, Neo. It's great.
So
it does look fun.
Yeah, you can actually play it.
Play it on everything. You can get achievements for it, Neo.
I know. That's why I've been tempted to play
achievements. Do it.
I can play it on my iPad.
Jingle those cheats.
Easy 1,000 gamer score. Let's go.
No, it's not easy. No, it's not.
That's quitter talk.
So, that's probably, I would adapt something similar to Fallout Shelter into like a Fallout Go, or what the freak would you
It's
call
an
it?
80 to
Go.
100-hour
Fallout
completion.
Move or yeah, it would be something. I mean, probably longer than that. So anyway, you'd find your dwellers, right? That, for your settlement, or whether you want to have a vault, or and you could pick and choose something that would make millions of dollars. So Bethesda, call me because it's my idea already.
I'm surprised they haven't done it already. That's the best.
I am too. And anyway, you upgrade everybody, you send people out, you do battles, kind of like Pokemon Go and Jurassic World Alive, and you pit your best against a boss or something like that. So you have like 4 people against a boss character. It's like you versus one, and yeah, I think that would be pretty freaking awesome. To be honest, I would play that, and I was right. So Bethesda again. Just DM me on Twitter.
Companies should listen to this
if you wanna
podcast
reach
to get
me.
ideas for games. They would make lots of money.
Side note for Ryan, I want to know more about that Saber Interactive Jurassic Park game. I'm waiting.
Wait, Jurassic? Which one?
The
Saber
one
Interactive.
that takes place during the events of the movie. You play as
The Survivor
character.
one?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was not out yet, though, is it?
It was supposed
No.
to come out early this year, and then it got delayed, and I haven't heard about it since. And I've been so hyped for that one.
Jurassic Park Survival, I think, is it.
That looks so
Yeah.
good. It looked so damn good.
Alien
and I was so
Isolation,
excited.
but you're hiding from dinosaurs.
I know. And it made sense, and it looks like it will work. Because
I didn't realize it was Saber Interactive.
the only other game that had that awesome feeling in the Jurassic Park world that was not a blatant cash grab was the Telltale Jurassic Park game, and that was really good
that
too.
one.
So I just want to go back. I love Jurassic Park, even the crappy second and third one.
I love
second
Jurassic
one,
Park 3. Everyone hated it, but I liked it a lot, even though it's a bad movie.
Okay, well, also there's context too, and they retconned it, and they didn't really retcon it. It was kind of like just the way it was. The Tyrannosaur that got killed by the Spinosaurus. Now, the Spinosaurus was not actually correctly accurate, but then again, none of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are really.
It's Hollywood.
It's
They're all frogs.
So anyway, the Spinosaur that killed the Tyrannosaur, it was not a fully grown. It was basically a 20-year-old, and that's why in Jurassic World they brought back the original Tyrannosaur, Roberta, or known as Rexy by her nickname.
Roberta.
And she busted through the Spinosaurus skeleton because she is the largest Tyrannosaur by far of all the ones that were in the Jurassic Park / World franchise. At like 47 feet long, weighing, she's basically almost the size of the Indominus that she fought in the movie, but she was also 25 years old at the time. So she's an old woman. She was an older woman.
Park lore.
I know.
Yeah, right. Now we're talking about their measurements and blood types and stuff.
I know it's too much, man.
She preferred cows over goats. That's what I was reading.
No, she definitely preferred goats. But the reason in Jurassic World that she looked her muscles looked atrophied is because they fed her only goats and she wasn't able to hunt in the wild. I know that. I'm gonna shut up.
You were joking, but you actually knew this.
No, it's a real thing.
I know.
Seriously.
I was just throwing out a random thing, and you actually knew the lore behind it.
That's how it is. You just throw out bait, and
That's
you're going to
funny.
catch something, man.
Oh, that's great. But anyway,
saddest moment in Jurassic Park still was that raptor that got nuked by that rocket launcher.
No, it wasn't.
That was sad. That was so sad.
It was when Rexy got thrown on her side and it looked like they were going to kill her. Like literally everybody in the theater, because I saw it in the theater opening weekend, everyone was silent as, everybody's like, seriously. Everybody thought they were gonna kill the original Tyrannosaur, and kind of like the Spinosaur thing, but but I also feel bad for the Raptors. Like they were nice Raptors.
The theater wasn't silent. It was just you going from pure rage that it just canceled out your ears with a loud ringing sound.
No, seriously, everybody.
You're like, they're not
silent.
gonna kill the dinosaur. You're not gonna kill the
silent.
T-Rex. Damn it.
Anyway, what I was going to mention a few minutes ago when we brought up Fallout Shelter and why I haven't played it is the same dilemma as Balatro, because it is on mobile, and that's where I would play a game like that, but I can't get the Xbox achievements on mobile. I have to play it on an Xbox or PC, and that's not a game I would play.
Isn't it
on
part
like
of
a dedicated
Play Anywhere?
console. It is Play Anywhere, but
So couldn't you get the achievements on your phone?
no. That it's only between Xbox and PC. Play Anywhere does not include mobile games.
What
They
about
have
the
to be
cloud?
specific games. It does not have cloud streaming.
Wow.
Dang.
So that's the main reason why I haven't. But I may change my mind. We'll see. So, all right. Let's see here. That tangent got me off track. So we were talking about, Pokemon Go like games, and we started with Ryan, and it was Fallout and Jurassic Park. So, all right. Gina, what about you? Do you have any game that you would like to see be made into a Pokemon Go style game?
So I was thinking about this, and I think it would be neat to see like a Mega Man Battle Network version of that.
That's a good answer. I didn't think about that.
Where like either you have like teams, like how they had the split versions of I think it was 3 and 4, 3 through 6 or 4 through 6.
1 and 2 only had one version, but then 3 through 6. Oh, bye, Ryan. I was just talking to Snap about this today while we were at the store. That 3 through 6 all did the Pokemon thing, where they had the 2 separate versions, where they're the same game, but only certain things existed in each version. So if you wanted everything, you had to trade with someone who had the other version.
But where you like there's similar to Pokemon Go, where there's like Pokestops and gyms. There could be like little like card shops or chip shops where you spend to get chips, or you spend to get currency to get chips, and then you have like random bosses or enemies would pop up onto the gyms, or what would be the gyms, and you go fight them as a group, or you like take over the tower itself, which I think would be pretty cool.
That would be, I would love it. I would absolutely play that. While we were out looking at, because the Mega Man Battle Network games, I think I should still have my copy of Mega Man Battle Network 3 in there, but I would like to get all of them, the Mega Man Battle Network games. Mega Man Battle Network 1, I found a copy today at one of the stores. It was $115. I was like, dear Lord.
Woo!
But that is a great answer.
They're expensive. Which one was it that you were looking at?
It was the original Mega Man Battle Network.
That was on the Game Boy, right?
It was Game Boy Advance. They were all Game Boy Advance.
Okay. No, that's not true. There's one was on the GameCube.
The Mega Man Battle Network games are all Game Boy Advance. There is Mega Man Battle Network Transmission that was on GameCube. It takes place in the same universe, but it's not like it plays differently. It
plays more like a Mega Man game.
It's a 2D side-scrolling platformer rather than like a isometric RPG. But it does have some of the Mega Man Battle Network aspects in the game.
So there was a Mega Man Battle Network game on the GameCube?
Yes, but it wasn't like the other Mega Man Battle Network games. It was kind of like a spin-off. But
Your Honor, I rest my case.
But technically, yes. I will give you that one. So, but yeah, Mega Man Battle, that's a good answer. I would absolutely love that. I would play that.
That's a good one, yeah. I could see that working.
So, Carl, what about you? First of all, have you played the Monster Hunter one?
I did, and then I was like, I'd rather just play Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Proper. So that's what I did. But I did spend a lot of hours playing Pokemon Go. I finally deleted it this year because I was like, I haven't played this in over a year. For me, what kind of game would I think be a good one? That is the real question. Geez, that is tough.
If you want, I can go and if you want.
You know what? I'm gonna cop out and just say a Yu-Gi-Oh one.
That was my answer.
That'd be
yes.
Really cool.
Victory is mine. I stole it.
I had a feeling that might be what you were going to say as well. But yes, that is my answer. I would love a Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon Go type game.
That'd be so cool.
I feel like you could do something like that, like because I've also been playing the TCG Pokemon game a lot more recently. You know, so
the
I
one
feel
on
like
phone.
Yeah, and I feel like you could do something like that with the Yu-Gi-Oh one. Obviously, have like a little pack system. You know, beat like characters that will pop up, like kind of like how they have Team Rocket in the Pokemon Go stuff. You can kind of have like the quote unquote dual arenas, and like a person can put their deck into like a little dual area.
That'd be cool.
And you could kind of like play an NPC duel against someone, and then
that's
you take
what
it
I would
over.
love. Go walk around and find like NPC duelists in the world to duel against. It would be awesome.
And,
I
and you
think
could
playing.
have.
I really want to play the VR version where they were actually like putting the cards on the dual disc. That looks so fucking cool. Sorry,
yeah.
That's Oregon.
I play Pot of Greed. This allows me to draw 3 cards.
And draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the like VR or AR versions of Yu-Gi-Oh haven't really become a thing yet, because that I want to be able to do it
I
like
think
they
they
do
were
in the
working
in
on
the
some
show.
AR versions. I want to say, or at least I saw something talking about it. It might have been a YouTube video, but it looked so cool. I'm like, oh, the monster's right there.
Yeah, you know what we have like Microsoft has those Holotech.
The HoloLens.
Yeah, the HoloLens. And if
I
you
had the idea for HoloLens about like 5 or 6 years before they existed, and the first thing I thought was like, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh on one of those.
yeah, and I think that would be cool, especially because if you watch the anime, like the fourth season, like they put you in like a virtual world while everyone else
yeah.
is like running around. Like that stuff would be cool.
Which series was that?
Zell, is that
That was
Zexal?
Oh, okay, never mind. I
Zexal?
was thinking
Okay,
of
I
the-
never actually
Yeah.
saw Zexal, so I don't know what was going on in that one.
Zexal is interesting. It's not my favorite out of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. I think like the first three are great, and then Zexal, like that. A lot of the stuff also kind of coexists because I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot back in the day. So like I liked synchros, and I wasn't really a
I
super huge
hated
fan.
synchros for so long.
Synchros are great. I just hated Exceeds.
I like them now, but I hated them when they
I
first
hate
came out.
XYZs. Gosh, I hate them.
I'd like those immediately. I just hated synchros immediately.
Well, I used to go to like giant tournaments with like thousands of people, and I would spend like all day there just playing them. You know, I think I told the story before. Like we ruined our locals because I bought a card that was worth $800.
Yeah, you remember that? I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and then like everyone else bought like that card for like between $500 and $600, and it just became like the most try-hard locals because of me. But yeah, a Yu-Gi-Oh one would be cool.
Yes, that was my answer as well, because I would love to walk around and like earn cards and build decks and play against. Because my biggest thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is I don't want to play against other people. I want to play against NPCs. So being able to like go around and like play against other NPCs would be really freaking cool.
Yeah.
But yes, regarding the anime, I watched almost the entirety of the Yugi arc, but I never actually. I've seen clips of like GX and 5Ds, but I haven't actually ever watched it, and I've never seen a single second of anything past that. But at some point, I do want to watch through the whole series. I'm a big fan of it.
I think it's on Netflix.
5Ds is a top 5 anime for me, actually.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
Card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycles.
Specifically the Japanese version.
Ooh. That's
yeah.
That was the other thing I loved was Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was hilarious.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to ask if anyone's seen Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
Screw the rules.
Oh, yeah.
I have money.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, yep. That Yu-Gi-Oh was my answer as well. So, kind of got a 2-for-1 there with Carl and mine. So, all right. All right. Let's see here. Next up on the agenda, this was a question I saw within the last week or so on X from Gaming with Dave. Just a internet expert personality I follow because he just talks about gaming stuff, and he also has good questions like this. I'm like, I'm going to use that for party chat. And I usually say for this topic. So he asked, what is a 9.9 out of 10 game for you? A game that's nearly flawless, but it's got one little thing that keeps it from being perfect for you. So, and we got someone I have not seen in the chat saying, Ando. Hello, Ando. Good to see you. It looks like your avatar is a Portal turret, which, if I'm not mistaken, which I absolutely love the Portal game. So that is an excellent avatar. Love it.
Yeah, he's one of my regulars.
Ah, hello. Well, welcome. So, does anyone want to go first?
I'll do it.
All right.
For me, that game is God of War 2018.
Okay.
I like God of War 2018 a lot. I feel like it continued on a really good transition from the Greek stories to the Nordic series. I love Kratos a lot in this. Atreus was kind of annoying, but it made sense, you know, because he's a little kid. So little kids can be annoying, especially because they don't know any better. So you could I give a little leeway to that. But my biggest
is Atreus that 0.1% or 0.1 point you got deducted for Atreus?
No, my biggest issue was the lackluster boss fights in this game.
Okay.
The only good boss fights that I really did enjoy were the Valkyries, but they're side content. They're not even
I've heard
like
that those are
main
very
line.
difficult.
They are. They're tough. They're awesome. But like, I forget their names, but like Thor's sons, you have to fight two of them. That fight was boring. Balder was like the best one, but it's kind of like, obviously because he's like the big bad in the game. The cave dragon sucked, and they reused the trolls a lot. Like the first troll you fight in the game, get used to fighting that same troll reskinned with like different elements.
Okay. I think I've heard that complaint as well.
That's my biggest gripe with that game. Overall, everything else I did enjoy, like the combos, the storyline, and everything. I thought it was all really well done. The graphics are like amazing, especially for the PS4 at time. Like they really like stand out. So it actually made me buy a PS4 Pro that game because I had the God of War PS4 Pro.
Okay.
And I really did enjoy that game a lot. And like that's the only thing. That's the only thing that says like I gotta hold it back a little bit. It's just that purely just the lackluster boss fights.
Okay. I don't think I've asked this before, but because I have God of War 2018 on Steam, I haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it at some point because it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to play? Because I've never played anything in the God of War franchise because I was never a PlayStation guy. Do I need to play the previous ones first to know what's going on?
It helps. You don't need to. They kind of explain a little bit of the backstory a little bit more, but
I think you probably have more fun if you want my honest opinion.
I will piggyback off of Ryan. Not so much fun, not as much weight to the story.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Because, like I said, like if you play like the first, 3 mainline ones, and that's excluding the spinoffs. If you play all the games and spinoffs, blah blah blah, like you don't feel like the impact of the lessons that Kratos is trying to impart upon his son Atreus.
Okay.
Like you don't understand his story because it just feels like it would make you want to go back and play the older ones for sure. But like I feel like you just don't have that same weight. Like that moment
Makes
when
sense.
you saw like Kratos in the E3 trailer walk out from the shadows, like that was awesome. It's like, okay, he's back. And it's like, and that whole storyline was like really well done to me in terms of just like watching Kratos go from like, a vengeful, like raged, out spirit to like kind of becoming like, I'm a man, trying to like not fuck up, mess up my son, like I'm trying to learn from my mistakes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And were the first 3, were they all PS3 games?
PS2 was the
PS2
first
and 3.
2.
Yeah.
2 of them were on the PSP, and then the other 2 were PS3.
So God of War 3 was PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
And then there was God of War Origins, which was a prequel, and that was
PSP.
also PS3, yeah.
I know. Yeah.
And then there was Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta, and those are PSP, but they've all been ported to PS3.
Okay.
So you can actually play the entire franchise on PS3 if you wanted to, and then go right to the PC to play the other 2.
Okay, that's basically what I wanted to know. Is like if I wanted to play through the whole franchise and get caught up, where would the best place to do that? So PS3.
PS3. Just
Okay.
find a cheap PS3. You can find one, and then those other games are all relatively cheap. You can probably buy the entire collection for includes the PS3 for like $150.
Where can you
Okay.
buy it at?
A PS3. Like if you went
well,
to like
yeah.
a retro store and you bought
Yeah,
like a
I'm-
used PS3 and the games,
I
you
wish
can
they would
get all
put a
there.
collection together because look,
That would be handy.
I've been a Sony guy for years. The PlayStation. Well, I started out as Nintendo. 64, best gaming console in the history of the world. PS2, PS3, PS4. I don't want a PS5. Nobody gives a shit. Quite sorry, dude. I'd rather have a computer. Computers. So anyway, yeah, I've switched to a computer / Steam guy. I'll keep but they just need a collection, please. Come on, Sony, you big frugal.
And update it for modern audiences.
No. Well, now you're making me like, never mind, Neo. Well, but if you're gonna stream them,
No, I just updated. It'd be awesome to get like a remastered collection with just better graphics, but don't change anything else. So that would be perfect.
Yeah, but there were some pretty inappropriate themes in the first couple of games.
Yeah.
They were like naked people.
There are a lot of naked people.
There's a lot of naked people.
So, speaking of that, I have something to ask you afterwards, Ryan, about.
Okay, speaking of naked people?
No, it's something said about a minute or two ago.
Hot tub stream? When? No.
I mean...
Ryan, do you like movies about gladiators?
I mean, everyone's got their price, right? So, all right. Well, let's go, Ryan. Then, what is a 9.9 out of game where just one small little thing keeps it from being a perfect game?
This is really hard, in my opinion. But I'm gonna have to pick. I'm gonna have to pick Fallout 3.
Oh,
and
okay.
a lot of people are probably going to be grumpy about this. I think Fallout 3 was incredible.
I liked it a lot.
But I think Fallout New Vegas, Obsidian did it better. And quite frankly, the fact that Bethesda has not asked Obsidian to help again on another Fallout game is massively criminal, because I think Fallout New Vegas was a 10 out of 10. And
so what's the thing about 3 that keeps it from being a 10 out of 10?
The thing about 3 that keeps it from being a 10 out of 10 is that I feel like the world doesn't feel as lived in. It feels too cluttered at the same time. So you have all these giant buildings that have literally, the capital of Washington, D.C. has been just destroyed. But at the same time, it doesn't feel lived in, but it feels cluttered. Like I have to go into this subway, which I love going to the subways, by the way. But I have to go into this subway, and then I have to find this door, and then I have to go into this subway, and then of course I come out here, and then I have to come out here, and it's like you don't experience as much interaction in that for as cluttered as it feels.
Okay.
To where Fallout New Vegas feels, again, I'm gonna go with the desolate and sparse. But it feels lived in because you run into people who are trying to travel the highways. They're living in like little shambly settlements that basically come from the lore of Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. So I think Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas, they merge better than Fallout 3 does, being smash dab in the middle of it. So that's kind of my thing.
Okay. Well, good answer. All
That's
right.
why I said it.
I because of how many people, yourself included, say how good Fallout New Vegas is. And like, you never played New Vegas? It's like, I wasn't planning on it because the RPGs are such big time sinks. But I did start it, so it is now on my tag. So I will play it at some point. I am looking forward to playing it. It's just with some of these games, the biggest thing detracting from it is that they're so long, and I've got so many games I want to get through. But I'm sure I will enjoy it a lot because I did like 3.
Don't be afraid of time-wise, man. Let's just go through it.
I will play it at some point. So, all right. Gina, what about you? You got a nearly perfect game?
Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. Okay.
Ooh.
That is my second favorite Zelda. And so what is it that's keeping it from being a perfect game for you?
The only things that I did not like, I liked almost the entire game except for the bug collecting and the Poe collecting.
Okay.
Those are the two
I
things.
remember bug collecting. I don't remember Poe collecting in Twilight Princess. I just remember that in Ocarina of Time.
So the thing about the Poe collecting, I guess that's probably the more annoying one. You could collect up to, I think it was like 100 Poes throughout the entire map. And once you collected them, you return them back to the guy. He looked like a king in the Poe house because he stole all the gold, and that's what turned him into a ghost. But if you collected all the Poes, you could make him not a ghost anymore. And all it was, oh, you get as much money as you want from me. And I'm like, ugh.
It's at least not as pointless as the Korok seeds.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
But okay. And which version of Twilight Princess did you play?
I played the Wii version and the Wii U version.
Okay. So, yeah, I haven't played it in a very long time. I am looking forward to playing through it again for the first time in a long time for Retro Achievements 2 at some point. But I don't remember the Poe collecting. I remember collecting bugs, though. But I'm looking forward to it because I love that game so much. But I have a bunch of other Zelda games to get through first. But I'm looking forward to playing through so many of the Zelda games again. And that one is, I love that game. So, okay. For myself, the first one that came to mind, no surprise, my favorite game of all time, Mass Effect 3. I think everything in the game is perfect except the ending. It was a bit of a letdown, but everything else I thought was fantastic. So I won't dwell on that too much because I've talked about that at length in the past. Another one, I may get a lot of heat for this. Because everyone's like, it's the best game in the franchise, one of the best games ever. It's a good game. Super Metroid, just replayed it again this year for the first time in a very long time. And I've said it on previous streams. I said it to the guy at the store today. What would make it a perfect game for me is, and I don't know, I'm sure it would sell like hotcakes. Well, although that's one of the things about Metroid franchise has always been, in my opinion, it's Nintendo's best franchise, but it's always been one of the lower selling ones. That's why it doesn't get as much recognition as I think it should. But what I think would take the cake for me for being the best Metroid game of all time would be if you took Super Metroid and gave it a Metroid Dread facelift. That would be fantastic. Not that I have any problem with the graphics of Super Metroid. My one point off that keeps Super Metroid from being a 10 out of 10 is that all your abilities are tied to one button. You got to cycle through them, and you can't just have access to all your different buttons with like a wheel, or like Dread does it great where you have to hold different triggers to use certain abilities. Obviously, you didn't have as many buttons on a Super Nintendo controller, but having all of them tied to your missiles, your bombs, your X-ray visor, your grapple beam, all tied to one button, you got to cycle through them, is what keeps it from being a 10 out of 10 for me. And that's why my favorite 2D Metroid is actually Zero Mission. But Super Metroid is a fantastic game, and that's what keeps it from being a perfect game for me. It's just that one button thing, because that was so annoying when I was playing through it. And then one other I want to mention is the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. I love that game. I've played it to completion twice because there were two separate achievement stacks for it. There was the original release and then the Game of the Year edition. I played it both and got all the achievements in both. And I'm going to be playing it a third time for the 360 version. Love that game. But it's very similar to Mass Effect 3. The ending, the final boss fight, if you can even call it a boss fight, was a huge letdown. Although it was more of a boss fight than Mass Effect 3 got. But it was basically a super easy QTE against Sauron. It's like one of the most biggest, baddest guys in all... Well, I can't say in all of Lord of the Rings lore because he was basically apprenticed to an even bigger bad guy. But in most of the mainstream knowledge of Lord of the Rings in the Third Age there, he was the biggest bad, and you're fighting him for like a 30-second QTE and then it's over. So great game, bad ending. So those are a couple of my 9.9 out of 10 games. So shout out again to Gaming with Dave on X for not suggesting that, but that's where the idea for this topic came from. So shout out to Dave. So, all right. And so for last topic on the agenda for tonight is we always end with our favorite game from a specific year, and we're always going down the list. And so today we are talking about, hands down, undeniably, you can't argue with me, it is the best year in gaming of all time, 2007. And that is what I argued for on Carl's channel when we talked about our favorite years in gaming back in December, I want to say it was.
Oh, a while ago, yeah.
But that was a fun one where we all talked about our favorite years in gaming. And 2007 was a phenomenal year, so there are so many good choices. But let's go ahead and because I got a bunch of them, but let's go ahead and give one each, and then we'll kind of go around and give everyone a chance to give any others that they were a big fan of. So, I'll go ahead and start. My favorite game of 2007, I had to pick one because there are a lot, but was the beginning of my favorite franchise of all time. That is the original Mass Effect, came out in 2007. So, Gino, what was your favorite game from 2007?
Guitar Hero 3.
Ooh, I do have that on my list. That's a good one.
I played that like because that was so I didn't have a PS2 or an Xbox, so Guitar Hero 3 was the first Guitar Hero game I got to actually like own and play consistently.
Okay.
So it was a lot of fun. I found out that if you didn't have a guitar, you played the Wii remote like a flute for the second guitar.
I did not know that. But I haven't played any of the rhythm games on Wii. I played them all on 360. So, but all right. Good answer. I want to give everyone a chance to give their number one, and then we'll go back around and talk about some of our other favorites. So, Ryan, what was your favorite game from 2007?
I didn't discover the Mass Effect franchise when it came out in 2007, so I'm going to have to remove myself from that. But I have to go with Disney Princess Enchanted Journey.
Makes sense.
That's very fitting.
I understand this. I understand this a lot. Ryan wants to be hugged by a big, strong man.
No. Mine actually was because I was a massive fan of Command and Conquer, and I have others that I will add to it. Mass Effect is on the list, but it's Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars.
Tiberium Wars. Okay,
I really
that was in 2007.
It was in 2007. There's going to be another one I'm going to add to it. I'm going to do it in order of when I discovered them.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Command and Conquer Red Alert, then Red Alert Retaliation on the original PlayStation 2 and stuff like. I'm sorry, PlayStation 1. Just enveloped me, especially
I like those games. I'm just terrible at them.
It was called Island Hoppers, where like you'd have to fight the players too, but at the same time they were like very large ants that were very just weirdly placed that like they were the size of a tank, and they would attack your bases, and it was so much fun.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
The Tiberium Wars. What was that on that you played it on?
Now you're
that 360. Or did you play it on PS3? And Lois says, "I'd play the Disney Princess game, to be honest."
Hold on, I had to Google it. Windows, Xbox 360, and yeah. So
yeah, I was wondering what you played it on, though.
Oh, what I play it on? Oh, okay. I thought you were asking what what it was on. No, it was on Windows. It was on Windows. So, and I will specify going forward what I did play it on. So,
okay. The real question is, have you played Command and Conquer Renegade?
That's the first person one, right?
Yes, I did.
I want to play that.
It's so bad
because it's not bad. It's awesome. Sure.
All right, Carl.
You me, sir.
What is your favorite game from 2007?
Feels like we're doing a draft, and I feel like this is like a number one pick that fell to me.
Was it going to be Mass Effect?
No, but it's the only video game I consider to be a perfect video game, and that's Halo
I know
3.
Yep. I had a feeling that was going to be it.
Yeah.
That is on my list as well. My favorite Halo game.
It's like you got number 4 and you get the number 1 overall pick. You're like, okay. You know?
Good pick, yeah. So, all right, well, let's go around then. We'll talk about some of our other favorite games. So, Gino, what are some other of your favorite games from 2007?
So I was looking through the other one I remember playing a lot was WarioWare Smooth Move.
Smooth Move, X-Lax.
Because I remember I rented it from Blockbuster because we didn't buy it. And it was over one of the holidays when my brother was home, and I just played the crap out of it. I'm like, ooh. Because I hadn't played a WarioWare game before that.
Okay. And what was that one on?
Wii.
That was Wii. Okay. Oh.
Just for the record, by the way, love some Wii. By the way, that sounds so wrong.
I love my Wii too, Ryan.
You love
the Wii was a good.
What?
The Wii was a good console, and it got a bad name.
Mine's hooked up. You can see the back of it right there. It's hooked up still.
I didn't realize.
I don't want to see the back of your Wii, dude. Like, I'm just no. Dude, I was in college and I worked at Best Buy down the road, and I got an employee discount for my first video game console. That was the Wii. So,
nice.
The two consoles I got on launch day was GameCube and Wii. So, Gino, it sounded like you said something just a second ago, but I missed what you said.
I didn't realize Mario Party 8 also came out in 2007, which that is my favorite Mario Party game of all time.
I've only played one Mario Party game, and it was on Wii, and I don't know how many were on Wii, if there were more than one.
There was 8, 9, and 10.
Okay. So whatever one I played was the one that most people consider to be the worst one.
9 or 10 were the ones where they started doing, oh, you're all on a team versus Bowser instead of you versing each other in the actual map. So,
oh yeah, we were all in one little thing that we all moved along the map at the same time.
Yeah, that was 9 or 10. I think both of them.
I hated that one.
I
always got screwed because at the end it divvied out stars arbitrarily, and it's like, how do you win this game? And it's all a dice roll. It's all RNG. I was not a fan of that one, but that's the only one I played. So, all right. So, any other favorites from 2007?
I think that's it for now. I'm double checking, so you can go on to.
All right,
to
Ryan. What else do you have from 2007 that you were a big fan of?
Okay, so y'all, I'm not muted. I muted myself for a second. So I didn't discover this game in 2007. I actually discovered its predecessor in 2007, and it was I had never really played the originals, but it was Tomb Raider Anniversary.
Oh, I played that one.
So Tomb Raider Legend, which in my opinion is by far the most incredible Tomb Raider game in the history of everything. I do have it on Steam. God, it looks beautiful. If you have a great graphics card, you know, they updated it. Anyway, Tomb Raider
Anniversary and Legend. Those are the two that I played.
Yeah. So Anniversary was basically if we went back in time before Lara was Lara, right? And it's not Laura. I hate people who are like going, oh, it's
There's
Lara
no
Croft.
U. It's Lara. It's Lara.
Yeah, it's Lara. Lara Croft. It's kind of like Kara Kent. Superman, for the record.
I knew you were talking about Superman, but Kara, not Kara. Do people Kara?
Yeah, Kara, not Kara. There is Kara, but that is Kara Zor-El. Kara. No. Yeah.
Zor-El is Supergirl's last name.
Yeah. Sorry, I got confused for half a second. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I had a friend out of nowhere that I haven't talked to in like months. Like she messaged me at like 8:45, which I usually go to bed at like 8:30, and she was like, "Hey, how have you been doing? I haven't talked to you in a while." I was like, I'm great. How are you doing? Look, she might watch this like later on. She doesn't watch this far. And I went to bed at almost 10, and I was like, I have to go to bed. 3:45 is going to be here so early. So anyway, yes, Tomb Raider Anniversary takes basically the great things about Tomb Raider Legend and goes backwards in time. More classic kind of gear towards Tomb Raider 1 and 2 and stuff like that, but it has the same mechanics and it builds on the story. And then, of course, you have Tomb Raider Underworld. The previous two were on
I haven't played
PS2.
Underworld yet, but I will be playing it at some point.
Yeah, Tomb Raider Underworld was the first one on the PS3, if I remember correctly, which I did play, and it rounds out the trilogy. So Tomb Raider, Legend, Anniversary, Underworld are all the trilogy, the finite trilogy of Lara Croft, our favorite Tomb Raider, before they rebooted it. Which I don't hate the reboots; it's just a little different. It's a little off in my opinion, but they're still good games. So Tomb Raider Anniversary. And I went and ranted.
Good stuff. Shout out to Underworld and Legend. Or at least on Xbox. They're both on sale for like $3, right? Or Anniversary and Underworld are on sale for like $3 on Xbox right now.
I don't know if they're on Steam. I do know that I have Underworld on Steam. I'm sorry, excuse me, Legend on Steam, but I haven't checked for Anniversary. May still be there, but I do own them.
I do have a bone to pick with Legend and Underworld because the games, at least on Xbox, go on sale for a couple dollars, somewhat often. Despite being 15 to almost nearly 20 years old, the DLCs have never gone on sale. And there's 2 for each of them, and they're $10 each. So all 4 of them cost $40, and the games I own for $6. And I can't get the DLC for anything less than $40. It's like, give me a break here. It's ridiculous.
I'll be honest, I cannot remember if I played the DLCs for them. Because again, PS2 DLCs worked a little bit differently. They're kind of like separate files that you would add on to, and then you would select said file to play, and it would run off the base game.
To compound on that, the DLC for Legend is just Tomb Raider Anniversary as a DLC for Legend. So I've already played the game in Anniversary, but in order to get 100% on Legend, I have to play it again as the $20 DLC.
Well, that's not my problem. I bought the base games, dude. Like, what the? No, I'm kidding.
And then Tomb Raider Underworld does actually have DLC that continues the story of Underworld, but those are also $10 each, which is ridiculous for a game that's nearly 20 years old. So good games though.
You're being a very grumpy bear, sir.
I hate fun,
Mr. Grumpy Gills.
But yeah, but yeah, good stuff. So, and Lowest Expectation says his favorite from 2007 was also Guitar Hero 3. So, I'll go ahead and go off that as well, because I absolutely loved Guitar Hero, and Guitar Hero 2 and 3 both came out on 360 in 2007, and I played a crap load of both of them. And also Rock Band came out in 2007, which I also greatly loved, and that's why I got introduced to being able to play the drums. That's my favorite instrument. But I played the heck out of all of those. Halo 3, my favorite Halo game, came out in 2007. Absolutely love that game. And also because of it, it introduced me to another game that came out in 2007, which I only bought to get access to the Halo 3 beta, and then I fell in love with the game and its franchise, and that is Crackdown. I love Crackdown. And Carl hasn't mentioned in a while, but there was a meme between us for a while, because every time we were talking about something, like he kept calling me Neo that bastard because I kept bringing up Crackdown.
Yeah, because I went back and played Crackdown. That's why.
Yeah, so love Crackdown, and we played Crackdown 2 one day. We got to do that again.
Yeah, we had like a super fun time. We found a random person that was still playing Crackdown 2 multiplayer. It was like discovering a white elk. It's like, whoa, we know they exist, but it's rare to see.
So, and then my last one here on my list is one of the greatest collections in gaming, definitely at the time, and that was the Orange Box. Came out in 2007. Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episodes 1 and 2, Team Fortress, and the introduction to Portal, one of the greatest puzzle games of all time. So, those are my favorites from 2007, but if I had to pick one, Mass Effect, because it started my favorite franchise of all time. So, and Carl, do you got any other favorites from 2007?
Well, obviously, Persona 3 came out this year as well, so shout out to that.
Okay.
God of War 2 came out this year as well.
Oh, good one.
So the pretty good hat trick of games right there. One game I'll put on here for fond memory's sakes was Madden 08.
Okay.
Because I played a lot of that back in the day. I used to be a huge Madden fan back in the day. Because I'm still a big sports guy, as you know. But I love I had to stop playing these sports games, not because I got invested into like the multiplayer or something like that, where I was like buying the Madden packs. It's just I love playing like video games. For me are also a power trip. So I love like making my own GM and trading for all like the best players and just running up the scores and stuff like that. And during this time, the Bears had a really good player by the name of Devin Hester. And
Bears.
My favorite football player of all time for the Chicago Bears, like him and Peanut Tillman. So those both are still there. So it's just like I would always play like Devin Hester, and I would just run like laps around like the football stadium just to have him like have like 1,000 yards of just running in a giant circle and not scoring a touchdown, just because that's how bored I got with it. But yeah, and I guess the last one I would say is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, that's right. Modern Warfare did come out in 2007. That was another big one.
Yeah.
I was not big on the Call of Duty games, but that I did have fun playing that one. But I know that was a lot of people's favorites.
I like the Call of Duty series up until Black Ops 3. That's when I finally bailed out of the thing. But all the Call of Duty games from like original to, like I said, Black Ops 2 were really damn good.
All right. Anybody else have any others that they wanted to chime in here?
One last one that popped up in my head after I looked at it. Phantom Hourglass.
Phantom Hourglass. Okay, I didn't realize that came out in 2007. Mm-hmm. I played that one. I never played Spirit Tracks, but I did have Phantom Hourglass.
I didn't like Spirit Tracks at all. Phantom Hourglass was, I thought, really good. I liked building the boat up and just doing shenanigans.
Oh, damn. I forgot this last one, too, when you're done.
That was it.
Okay. What else did you think of, Carl?
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Gen 4 Pokemon is still one of my favorite gens.
I thought about that if it was Platinum. I'm not going to lie. But Platinum just took it to such a different level. I was like, oh, my God.
Well, without these, you wouldn't have Platinum.
That's true.
Is Platinum like the advanced version of Gen 4?
It's like the definitive version.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I learned that each generation had like the definitive version. I just don't know which ones are which, so that's why I was going to ask you. So
Most of them, yes. Like after Gen 4, they kind of they got rid of that, and they had like a sequel, and then they had like a new generation, and then they quickly pivoted. It's weird how Pokemon does it. Technically, there's a shit ton of like mainline Pokemon games. Like everyone is supposed to be like a mainline one, even the remakes. But for the sake of the challenge, I haven't been doing the remakes. Otherwise, I'd be like up to like game 13 by now.
Yeah, speaking of that, I know Dude just recently played Fire Red, which I think was the Game Boy Advance version of the original.
Yeah, it was the remake.
Red. So
it's the second remake of Red.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, and Lois is dropping a few in chat. Also, AR Tenelico Melody of
Weeb stuff.
Elemia for PS2. Yeah, Weeb stuff. I've never heard. I probably butchered that, but he knows a lot of those. He's a big fan of those JRPGs that I've never even heard of, as is Carl. Puzzle League on Planet Puzzle League on DS. That sounds cool. And Folklore on PS3. And then Ando says, we need a wrestler game with a good character creator. The recent ones have been pretty lackluster.
We did. It was called Def Jam Fight for New York.
Oh, I did
no.
Get
out of here with that crap.
Why are you hating on Def Jam?
Because it sucks. Monkey nards.
Liar. Blasphemy.
No.
Def
Jam is crap.
Gino, what is it you're trying to get in here?
I like the last PS3 WWE game because I remember it had the character creator, but you could also like actually have your songs that you put like downloaded or uploaded onto your PS3 and use those as the like intros.
Oh, that's cool.
I missed it. I still miss it.
I have the $1 million question on this one. I agree with Neo on this one, by the way. Mass Effect on third on my list because again I found it third in line. How in the blue mother fraggle rockin' did nobody say BioShock?
Oh, 2000. BioShock's overrated.
Yeah, I'm not a big BioShock fan.
I haven't played BioShock, but I need to.
I know it's a lot of people's favorite. I like the story for the game. Like I said earlier, KOTOR, great story. I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay. Same thing with BioShock. Great story. I was not a huge fan of the game.
You're about ready to get nuked on all fronts on this one. I'm just going to put on Twitter. Nerdy Neo thinks that BioShock and KOTOR are overrated and watch you get destroyed. Dude,
you know that meme of like either John Wick with all the guns around him or Finn from Tangled with all the knives around him?
Yeah,
that's gonna be you.
That's me. Is KOTOR and BioShock are overrated? Not bad, just overrated.
You just gotta do the Hannibal Buress. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Sure.
Hey, boo me, I'm right.
All I gotta do is put "boo this man," and everybody's gonna be like, "Going,
boo this man." Boo.
Yes.
BioShock was just okay. I stopped playing it when I started playing Mass Effect and realized it was better.
I mean, they're different games.
I know.
Very.
I bought them at the same time. And then I was like, oh, BioShock is pretty cool. And then I play Mass Effect. I'm like, I'm done playing with you now.
Shock says, that's a good one. BioShock's my favorite commie game.
Oh, Link's Crossbow Training.
Shout out to
BioShock
that.
was a libertarian game. It wasn't a commie game, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw Link's Crossbow Training when I was in the store today. No, I did not buy it.
Hold on. No, you know what? I said this before the stream, and I'm going to say this again because Neo, you earn it every stream. Neo hates fun. He just hates fun. I don't understand it. Like he just has the worst takes on the internet about video games.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Exactly.
And O says, and Super Paper Mario was also 2007. I'm not into the RPGs, but I know
Super Paper Mario was not an RPG, and that's why it made me mad because someone told me that.
Not.
No, it was the weird game where you flipped between the 2D and 3D perspective, but still Paper Mario.
Is it? If it's not an RPG though, what is it? Just a standard platformer?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Oh, and he's dropping one more. Noah says one more Knight's Journey of Dreams. So I played, I think, the original Knights at a friend's house on his Sega Saturn. once or twice. I thought that was cool, but that was the only time I ever played it. So, yeah, I know BioShock would be on a lot of people's lists, but it's not on mine.
BioShock is on a lot of people's lists, and I understand it. And then it's really great. And then when you grow up more, you realize, wow, that was a good introduction to the real world.
What the fuck
You're just saying that to try to get under Ryan's skin, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, it's a lot better when you're younger and you're not aware of the world. And then as you get older, you're like, that game was all right.
Carl, you know what? Next week, the Dark Avengers podcast is canceled.
Damn.
No, you know what? Now what? Now it's a 3-hour stream. Let's go.
So, and Los is saying, yeah, it would have been Saturn, or I think there was a Dreamcast port. I'm pretty sure it was on the Sega Saturn because the console itself was black and not white. So,
Knights was on the Saturn, yeah.
The only person I knew that had a Saturn. So,
I played a Saturn. My parents, my dad rented it because but it was so underrated. If I could find one for,
I saw one today at one of the stores I was at. I don't know how
much was it?
$150 by me.
Really?
Yeah. And the shop that I'm going to next week has a 15% off all console sales. So, what's 15% off of 150? I'm not good at math off the top of my head, but
I'm not good with percentages.
Like $20 off. So there you go.
So, all right.
$15. Yeah, $15. That would be it, right?
Yeah, because
that'd be 127. You said 15% off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 127. So about just under $25.
There you go.
Wait, so it's $115? How much is it normally?
It's $150, but
okay, yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, I reversed it. My bad.
Yeah, but
so,
like in a couple weeks, this the store I just went to last weekend is doing a buy two get one free sale plus a 15% off all hardware and accessories.
What's up, JB?
Hey, JB's here. What's up? Dropping in with the actual number. $127.50 would be 15% off of $150.
Dude,
there you go. Thank you.
Thank you for the tech.
For the love of
answer.
Moses, my sister is somewhere in storage for my nephew who is 16 years old and doesn't give a rat's. My sister has in storage.
Oh, I missed the has in storage. I just heard my sister.
I was going to say you put your sister in storage.
Yes, she's an awful person. Like, no. My parents gave my nephew, who's 16 now and doesn't give a rat's flying mother butthole, our Nintendo 64 that we got, my sister and I, as kids. And I was like, hey, man, I'm like, I asked my parents, I'm like, can I have that? They're like, well, you have to ask your sister because it's your nephew, as we gave it to him, blah, blah. And my nephew's like, I don't care. Like, he plays PlayStation 4 and crap. And, he wants, drive cars now. So I was like, hey, where is it? And she's like, I don't know. I can't seem to find it. And it's like, would you find it, woman? I swear to Jesus.
64.
I swear to Jesus, if she sold it, I might actually punch her in the nose.
I saw plenty of N64s on sale today, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find one.
Yeah, but I want the original sentimental value right here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because they gave him all the games too, which were some of my games.
Those are my games.
I'm not petty. He was like 8 at the time or something like that. I don't know. Give me my shit, dude.
All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for tonight's episode of Party Chats. So it was good hanging out with you guys again and getting back to it. So we'll do this again in a couple weeks.
Good first episode back, I would say.
Yes, that was fun as usual, and good chatting with you again, Gino. Glad to have you on. He said he was BRB, so I'm not sure if he's back yet. But we'll go around the horn here and give everyone a chance to plug whatever they got going on. So, Ryan, do you have anything going on over on your channel?
Yeah, actually, tomorrow, Icy and I should be actually trying to be doing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 zombies. And I'm going to die a lot because I have a new capture card. It seems to work. I'll have to configure it. So that's going to be fun because, again, configuring things is always can they're just top notch when it comes to. I have 2 slaved computers. That's where I fall into the pit. So
Someone
I have
flip that so it just says Ryan says I have 2 slaves.
I have 2 slaves. It's literally it's called slaved computers. There's a streaming one, there is a gaming one. So slaving them is a work and a half. But I'm gonna work on that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And hopefully her and I get to play some Call of Duty zombies. And she told me like after the first one, she's like, yeah, she's like, I literally made like five short clips of you. And I'm like, are they all of me dying? And she's like, yes. I'm like, God damn it. Like, so that's what I'm gonna be shooting for. And then I should be on Ryan Rogers reality based system crash tomorrow on Rumble. So look for that link on my Twitter, LG2076 News, to where, I don't say as grumpy things as I used to. I just basically promote what I'm doing, and that's it. I stopped pissing people off like a long time ago.
All right. Well, always good talking games with you, Ryan. So,
Man, it's good to be back.
Gino, you back?
Yes.
All right. What do you got going on?
So I'm thinking about I might stream some Helldivers 2 tomorrow. If not, definitely going to be doing that Friday night. Going to do a 24-hour stream, or at least attempt it. Going to go from maybe 6 or 7 p.m. till Mountain Time until 6 or 7 the next day Mountain Time. So We'll see how it goes.
All right.
I got a whole case of Monster from Sam's Club, and I'm ready to go.
Fun stuff. I've been thinking about doing a 24-hour stream because I just I've mentioned it on here a lot, but you probably don't know. It's because I've been backlogging, acquiring a ton of games, but not actually starting them until I recovered my bean dive, which is where you start a bunch of games, like getting 1 achievement in each one, and then you end it, and then you drop your percentage, and then you get back to where you were to recover your bean dive. So I've been working on recovering that since 2019. I finally did that in June, right before I left on my trip, and started all my new games that I've been backlogging. And I was thinking about doing a 24-hour stream of doing all the super easy baby games and see if I can get 100,000 gamer score in a day. I might be able to pull off, but I'm not sure if I want to stream it or just do it offline. But I'm still deciding. But good to have you on, and hopefully we'll talk some more.
It was fun. I was talking to DJ, and I was trying to get one versus 3. Well, me versus the company boys, and do a Mega Man X 1 through 3 speed run. Well, not speed run, just a run of it. So
right.
They each pick one game, but Paul's answer was, "I've never played a Mega Man X game," and I'm like, "Well, okay."
Yeah. When Cherrick Seats was doing some, they called them racing runs, and I did 2 with him and DJ. It was originally just going to be Mega Man 2, and I've only played Mega Man 2 once, and it was years ago, 2018. And so they were already done with the game, and I was just beating my second level. But I was like, if we go on to Mega Man X, though, then it's on. So we finished it, and they're like, let's do it. So we did a Mega Man X immediately following that, and DJ beat me, but we were in the same room. He was literally seconds ahead of me when the timer hit 0. We were both fighting the spider boss in Mega Man X, which is my most hated boss in that game.
Yeah, he's annoying.
But we were neck and neck the whole time. So that was a lot of fun. So we should definitely do something like that again. Well, good to have you on. I dropped your 24-hour stream. Is that on your YouTube channel?
It'll be on YouTube and Twitch. I've started doing restream to stream to both.
Okay. So I dropped this link to your YouTube channel. I don't think I'm following you on Twitch, so I'll have to correct that. I'll go follow you on Twitch if I'm not already. And I will drop the link to his Twitch channel here in the stream description afterwards. But I do have, as always, I have everyone's channel links in the description, so I'll add Gino's Twitch channel as well. So sweet. Good chatting with you again, and we'll not spend another 2 years before we talk.
Yeah, I hope not.
And Carl, what do you got going on?
What do I have going on? That is the $1 million question. This week has been kind of light. I'm mostly just doing other shows. So I got a show on Thursday, but I don't know if that's a live stream or a pre-recorded. So that one will be up to the host. I will figure that out later. Friday, I'll be on Angry Canadians channel, and we're going to be finishing up our Final Fantasy VII Rebirth conversation with our friend Mr. Jason.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, so that's our plan for Friday. Saturday, I have a doubleheader. So that means around noon Central, I will have on my friend Mr. JM, one of the original members of the RNG podcast, believe it or not, and one of the old Rumble homies. And we're going to watch a Tomb Raider documentary from good old 2003.
Ah.
And then we're going to follow that up with a nighttime special with our mutual friend, Mr. Sophomore John, and maybe some other people. It's going to be open. We're going to be watching a documentary about John Madden football. So football training camps have opened up in the States over here. So football season is in the air. We're getting close to actual preseason, and the pads are going to be on soon. But we're going to watch a documentary about John Madden football, and if people want to jump in, they can jump in. We're going to be talking about sports, our favorite Madden memories. Obviously, we're going to learn about the history about John Madden football, how it became a juggernaut of a franchise as it is today, and also just talk sports in general that day. And that will be at 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central Time for that episode as well.
All right. Cool. I was going to say, when you said it's open, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll jump in. And then you're like, Madden. I'm like, oh, nope, not going.
I remember
Madden
sports games. 92, 95, something like that. And the really stupid, you had to do the drills to see what level your created character would be. I didn't know football very well.
Yeah, but like I said, it's going to be there for people who want to stop by. If you have a moment, if you're a sports fan, if you want to just come in and just talk sports. I've reached out to a few people. Cream unfortunately had to cancel on me because he said he had a prior engagement that he forgot about, and that's fine. Nerd Take said he might show up because I know he's a big
sports guy.
Big Patriots fan, and it's been a while since we've seen him. It's been busy being a new dad and everything, so that'd be fun to have him on. But overall, it's just more fun to hang out with Sophomore John and just chat too.
Yeah, cool, good stuff. So all right, as for myself, I did do another Metroidvania Monday last night and played a bunch of Metroidvania demos because it's going to be a couple more weeks till I'm back to regularly scheduled programming. So I didn't want to start Metroid Prime 3 when I'm going to be like another 3 weeks till I get to play. So I did a bunch of demos, and I wrote them down and then I deleted them because I meant to talk about them at the beginning. So if you're interested in, so I do want to shout out two of the ones that I played last night were like my highlights. And one was called Biogun, which is a 2D side-scrolling platforming twin stick shooter Metroidvania. And that was a lot of fun. And I'm definitely going to play that at some point. But it's like side scrolling, but you can shoot in any direction with the right stick. And then the other one was a traditional top-down twin stick shooter, your little spaceship, and it's also a Metroidvania. And that was called Mini Shoot Adventures. So just want to shout out those games because those ones were a lot of fun. But as for what I got going on for the rest of the week on my channel, the only thing I have to mention is I have an open mic on Thursday night. And I am having a Rinsler on, who I met through the Salty Nerd podcast because he is a big Helldivers fan. And I don't know if we're going to be talking about Helldivers, but Rinsler's going to be on, and we're just going to talk video games as is per usual for open mic. So if you want to hear us just talk about video games at length and kind of go wherever the conversation takes us, tune in on Thursday night for open mic. So, all right, well, that will do it for tonight. Thank you, Gino, for filling in last minute, and my awesome co-hosts, Carl and Ryan. Always love talking video games with you guys. So everyone in chat, thanks for hanging out for 2 hours while we talk about video games as usual. And we blather on about pointless stuff that we really enjoy. So we will see you all later. Have a good night, everyone. We'll catch you next time. And as always, in the meantime, game on.
Bye, everybody.